Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
3 boom. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Sione Takitaki Gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Sponge, Sponge. No.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 42-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We want it. Come to my
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
55, Mike.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Kill.
Go.
Kill.
Squeeze. You got tape.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Here we go. Ball shot.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, Colts 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. Rock with the 7. Defense wins championship, baby.
On first down, Love. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw is Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And complete to Zach Ertz. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Robinson's got it. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On first down, Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The tackle made by Malik Booker. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got you. 57's Mike 57.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
57's the mic. Watch 57. They can't hang with us. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Go.
Throwing on first down. Love being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do, put a man on him. The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put the...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
55's Mike, guys, 55. He's turning me.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Looking for a kick. He's got a man. Complete. 30. And all the way down to the 26.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A huge play that time for the Colts. 68 yards. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's first and 10 clear on the other side of the field. They run with Hines. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down. Love. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. And boy, that one drops it's incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
57 to Mike. 57. Charlie. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 1st and 10, Love. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Joker. Check 31. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check nickel.
61. Matchbox, right. Hard. Go.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You got nothing. Come on. Mike 55. Go. Target.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hustle.
Mike, hey. Right there in the middle. 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Here's Jackson on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On first down, Love looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's see what you got.
Check.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
A gain of 4. It's now a second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Ready,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Off the play fake. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sione Takitaki picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sione Takitaki able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead. You've been
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Indy. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again. Love. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Off play action. Love. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the...
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
That's what I do.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Pass incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Bravo! 29 is the Mike. Go!
From the gun, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll buy some time right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
57. Mike, 57.
Throwing on first down. Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to the air on second down. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Swift slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Ricky.
On second and 12, Jackson caught by the tight end Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to lay it. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Ready, ready. Ten Lobo. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 29 is the mic. Echo. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Ready, go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That catch good for 5. It's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Draw play. This is Hines. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Baltimore, first down. First down and goal to go.
Now Jackson on first down. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? The other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch made here by Campbell. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st and 10, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Love. And the pressure gets to him again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Love. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And defensive guys, they're just saying,